Okay, good evening, everybody, and it's time for more Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. We are still in the low 20s, level 22, and we have found the lowest risk camp out here. Look at, I got 3 bars of experience so far, and what's cool about this game is that even though we're killing so-called solo mobs, which are giving less experience. If you have a smaller group like this, the funny thing is it comes out about the same as taking down group mobs. We kind of figured this out before, and it's not like in EverQuest if you kill weak mobs, you get nothing. But this one, you actually get something, and it's not bad. It's really weird the way the whole thing scales. So, therefore, you come out here, if you can take these guys right here, see him calm them. He's not a group mob or anything. He doesn't have the chevron near him. You can kill these guys. The experience goes slow, but since there's zero risk and all reward, you can just level up here. And then you can do like Netflix and chill and kill these guys. We're at a pace of about an hour a bar at my level, and these guys are yellow. Yellow is the sweet spot. And now we have a group of 4. We got Boshaw here, which will be nice. We could just mow them all down and kill whatever. See these guys, like this guy here, the Grass Weaver. Poppycock is dark blue, so you can kill him too. But you really want to get the yellow or orange guys or whatever. All right, and Brackus is off doing his magic. And we're going to have grinding and chill. Oh yeah. Just mow them down. And I will tell you guys what I did with my graphics settings so that hopefully I don't crash. Because I was getting pretty good FPS last night. You can watch it. I almost thought there was a, there we go. Now it's going into slow motion. I thought there was a memory leak, but I guess not. Just help yourself to loot. It's whatever loot. And these you don't need any special puller. Just do like this. And that. That's all you gotta do. Get your levels. Go whack-a-mole. Wow, that bloody thing. Look at that. And that's what y'all want. You want all reward, no risk. Drop 2 dots on him. And it's game over. And you can see where I came in at 2 bubbles. Cross the 2 bubble threshold. And probably about an hour or so I'll get a bubble and another one and another one. Just like that. "50 FPS is pretty good. Hopefully we don't crash at 50 FPS. I've scaled down. If you guys are curious, I've scaled down all the settings right here, as you can see. Still on high mode. That way you can tell. Down he goes. And you can see the experience bar moving. It's pretty good. Maybe 1/10 of a bubble.
My mom got addicted to Lost.
What? What, she started episode 1?
Yeah, that was last week. Season 5 right
Don't worry, she'll get bored of it soon.
now. Oh, she loves it.
What season is she up to now?
5, I think.
What? So she started yesterday at 1, she's up to 5?
No, she started last week.
Okay, last week. So she's speed watching it then.
You just binge watching.
Wow, because I started with Lost. I remember when it came out, and I was like, "Dang, this is good. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to do. So I just want to watch this." And then I got past season 1, and then season 2 kind of got like, and it got a little bit. It's kind of like that series kept going a long time, but it kind of lost a little bit of. I felt, yeah, hence the name.
I used to work FedEx and deliver their film to their offices there.
Really? Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
'cause it was filmed down here, yeah.
Whoa.
Then one time I got um, for the productions, whatever. I forget what the company was. I got to deliver it to like the set, and I saw the set where the cave is.
Yeah.
It's so real. It was crazy. I was like, "What? Is this the cave?" They're like, "Yeah, go take a look."
Whoa, that is fresh.
Yeah,
What was the cave like when you went in?
it is almost real.
Really? It looked just like it
Yeah,
did on the show?
yeah, and it's just like in a big warehouse.
Whoa. So it's a cave in a warehouse, huh?
Yeah, man made.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Did you take any pictures?
Nah, I didn't think of it. I was just like, "Oh, cool,
Oh,
check it out."
that would have been sweet. That would have been your claim to fame.
It was pretty nice in there.
Wow. I would have taken a picture of myself dropping a deuce in there.
That one deuce.
Make it a real cave deucey experience. But that is so cool.
Yeah, they all were nice. Every time I went to the little stuff.
Man, that is just so fresh. I gotta tell you. Wow. How many seasons did they get in Lost? What's the maximum amount?
I think 6 or 7.
Wow. So, did you like working for FedEx? What? How do you feel about it?
That's a hard job, man. Working up
Yeah.
that truck, the max. I want to say max, but you're supposed to deliver up to 150 pounds. After that, you push it to the big truck guys, the heavyweights. But man, Christmas time, oh, it turns on
Wow.
my father. My last delivery one year was at 10 p.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, how many packages per day do you deliver?
Um, I don't know packages, but the most stops I had was about 154.
Wow.
Yeah, but the best part is you get paid every Friday.
Oh, that's good. When I was in college, they always advertised at community college when I was there, and it was always like, "Oh yeah, uh, UPS is hiring," United Parcel Service, and I mean they're always hiring. And then so I was like, "Hey, maybe I'll apply for that job." And then there's this guy in my class, and he said, "You don't want that job." And I said, "Why?" He said, "'Cause I work there." And let me tell you, he said, he said, "Why do you really want to work there?" And I said, "Oh, it sounds like a good job." And he said, "Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to strengthen your back and hips?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "Because you get those for free when you work there. You're
Sure
going to be
do.
working."
Oh my goodness.
Yep, that's what he was saying. He said he lost so much weight while working there because you had to what do you had? I guess you have to load your own truck back then.
Yeah. Well, it depends on part time, full time, but yeah, you load your own truck.
Yeah, he said you had to load your own truck. He said it's hard work. And at UPS, they had to carry 75 pounds at least. But you say yours is 150 at FedEx?
That was about, yeah. But UPS is union, FedEx is not.
Oh, God. Oh, that's not union? Oh, my God. That's rough. Like Tracy Morgan would say, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Welcome aboard, Scott Messersmith out in YouTube. Thanks for joining us again at the Nolan Chill Camp. Oh man, that's something else. And I always thought the FedEx was better than UPS because just the uniforms look better, the trucks look better.
Yeah.
But I guess it's non-union. That's rough.
Different is, too, that all the UPS trucks are standard.
Yeah.
And FedEx is all automatic.
Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting.
Don't they have that crash avoidance system on there?
Oh, this was like 10, 12 years ago. Probably now
Oh,
they do.
okay.
Right after I got out of high school, I knew this guy who, he said, whatever you do, don't work for DHL because I work there. And he said DHL, he said they're the worst. And he said when usually what you do is when you quit, you like trash your van as much as you can, like rip it up and stuff. That's what he said. So yeah. Well, that's cool. You had a FedEx job. That is kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool at the time, but that
I
didn't
mean,
wear
that
down.
that explains why there's not so many lady FedEx drivers. Cause they gotta like carry 150. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, there's some routes that's just like letters, like in the downtown offices and stuff.
Oh,
So they
okay.
usually put the ladies in that area.
Dang, ladies got it easy. If you're a guy and you're say about like maybe 5'2", do you get the lady rounds too? Say you're like slight build, don't eat cheeseburgers, like the guy from Dune. They get when they give you a lady round, or they go like, you're gonna get to the send you to the gulag, fool.
Be like, hit the gym.
Yeah. What do you say? I don't eat cheeseburgers. I'm vegan, low fat, whole food. Vegan. Did they give you the lady route, or would
I
they?
don't think so.
They would. Oh my God. Well, that explains why I don't see no scrawny guys out there. Everybody got to, look like they got to eat some cheeseburgers. Yeah, that guy in my class at community college, he worked for UPS. He was just like, yeah, you sure you need that punishment of that job? Well, I never took it, thank goodness.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. What was the
That's
funnest thing about it?
just meeting people, and then especially if you have like the college route, all the chicks there.
Oh, yeah. Wow. They all want to get in that van, I know. Just tell them we got some booze in the van. Because you never know. I mean, FedEx, you guys deliver liquor, right?
I think there's like wine and stuff.
Yes, expensive wine.
Yeah.
That explains it. Yeah. I like jobs like that where you meet people, or, like my most favorite job ever was I was a field engineer, and that was way back in the early PC era when you could go out and corporate wise, and fix the computer, do warranty work and all that. And you'd go to the office because we had contracts with these companies, and it was all Fortune 500 and larger companies. I still remember that job to this day. That was, oh my gosh, that was my favorite job because I got to go and then I got to do. I started as a guy that went around and the whole Bay Area and drove around. Oh, that was great. And I got paid like back then it was like 30 cents a mile. So, I just wrote down whatever I had, like if I had to go to the dump and dump stuff, I put that on it, man. And
Is that a
then,
segue for the report?
what's that?
Mention the dump. Is that a segue for the report because you just said the dump?
Yeah,
Oh,
the deuce place. Yeah. So, but yeah, oh man, I met so many people, and then I did such a good job that I got promoted to the San Francisco territory, which was the biggest territory we had besides San Jose. And I was doing that, and I did that whole place by myself, which is crazy. I mean, I was working on the weekends. I loved that job. In those days, it was fun. It was all corporate stuff, so I was all in downtown. And then they gave me two employees, and so I was managing them, and so we got to do like the residential side of San Francisco a little bit, and kind of like South San Francisco, which had a few businesses like Genentech and stuff at that time. And then we did North Bay also. But like I said, the best part of that job, just like you said, was meeting the people. Oh my gosh. And of my big corporate clients, whenever sometimes they'd have a party that I'd get invited,
Hmm.
which was really cool. Really cool. And, and after that, I really could see that I didn't want to ever have a desk job, a corporate desk job at all. I felt so sorry for people that just had to stay in and sit at the desk and then have their boss like hanging over them.
No, I like the desk job because I'm
Really?
older.
Oh yeah. Oh, because I like the I like the I mean a desk job's okay. Like eventually I became a contractor. This is years after that, and that's when I told you I was at PG&E before they're gone. And as a contractor, they gave me an office, and I put paper up on the window so they couldn't see me because that's the best thing, I'm telling you. Because there was a saying there: if they can't see you, they can't call you, and then it
I
make it
like
be
that.
real. That's the way. That's a secret there. Yeah, they can't see you. You're not there. And you don't answer the phone or something, or you answer it, you pretend like, oh, I'm right in the middle of something or another. And then we had the server room was downstairs in the basement, and only people that could get in the server room was if they had the code in those days. You had to type in the code on the door. So you could that was whenever I had a reason to go to server room, I go hide in there. Only problem is it was cold in there.
You
I mean, it's
got him.
hella cold. So, I mean, you could only stand it, and it was dry in there. Your eyes would just start drying up. Like, your nose would dry up. You get bloody nose if you're in there too long. And the sound was like, zzzz. But oh man, I'm telling you, if you need a timeout or a break, man, that's where I'd be. I'd go hide in there and pretend I'm working on something. Make up some excuse like, hey, this one we need to bring this server down. It didn't do this patch or whatever. And then we'd schedule that, and I'd make sure each week I had a couple of those events because that could take 4 hours. And I'm telling you, and nobody could come in there. I bring food in there and everything. I go hide around the
Dropping
corner.
deuces in the server.
That's right. And you forgot I did deuces there too, because deuces are the way to healthy bowels. Yeah, well, they didn't have a bathroom in there, so what I would do is hang out by the door because we had a window on the door, and I made sure that that the bathroom wasn't too far away. They wouldn't subject the people in the server room to that. So I'd be peeking out that window, making sure there's nobody walking by, and I'd run out there real fast, and I'd get into the bathroom, and then go. If you have to take a leak, you go into the stall, not because you can't pee standing up, but you could hide in the stall. And then I pull out like a newspaper back when newspapers were a thing. Get my newspaper out, kind of just get comfy there, start reading, and chilling out. Then I go back to the server room. That was half a day right there. Oh, and my lunch breaks back then, I'm telling you, I used to love those 2-hour lunch breaks.
Dang.
Yeah, because that's the thing is those are the days where, I mean, it was a long time ago. If people don't know the days of pagers, yeah, I had a pager, and I'd always say like, "Oh man, the pager didn't go off. I was in the server room or whatever." Sometimes it didn't go off. Pagers are like that. Or make sure like my battery is kind of almost dead because that's really good.
Tonight it's caster night.
Yeah, caster night, we got you covered.
If you need any of that stuff, let me know.
Shower room.
But I might have mentioned this a long time ago. One thing I learned in corporate life, it came from my dad, who worked at the Federal Reserve Bank, and he told me, he said that is a cush job, and that's on near Market Street, First and Market. And he said what he used to do is he used to have a warm up lunch, You guys might
What?
have heard this. So what you do in when you work for the government or you work at a job like when I was at these big corporate companies. So warm up lunch, what it is this. As you know, some people get in real early. Like say they get in at 7 o'clock. So that means their lunch break actually comes at 11 a.m. And then some people they actually start later. They start at 9. So their lunch comes at like 12:01, right? So if you do the math, it comes out really good because you can have a three, 2 to 3, theoretically a 3-hour lunch break, but most likely like 2. So what you do is you go and you go out like at 11, like as if you're one of those early birds, and then you come bring the food all back to your desk and or your cubicle or wherever you're hiding, and you eat lunch then. Then when the majority of people go out for lunch around noon, then you go out as if it's lunch break. You get it? You have a warm up lunch, and then you go out there, and what you do after that is up to you. You just chill it out, go find a place to sleep in the park, or just hang out somewhere. That's when downtown wasn't a ghost town. I could imagine like you just go to Macy's and find those nice. They had big beds, mattresses. You could take a nap there. Oh yeah. And now they're doing all this return to work BS, because people
Yeah.
were. That's so stupid,
You ever heard of the jiggler?
What's a jiggler? I've heard the gigolo, but not the jiggler.
So someone told me this. You know how the remote people that work from home and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's this actually something you can buy. It's called the jiggler. You put it on a mouse and it kind of shakes it to make like your.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He's like, yeah, that is a thing. I was like, what?
Oh my God, that's so cool. You know what I do is I just go adopt a cat and I tie the mouse to the cat. And I'm telling you, that thing gonna do more than jiggling. It's gonna be like, rah, 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 rah. Then get cat to step all over the keyboard, put food all over it. I'm telling you. When I used to have cats, he would step on the keyboard. He would sit right in front of me because he wants some attention. If I ignored him, he would sit on the keyboard and stuff, walk all over the place. So you got to make sure you pet him every once in a while. Oh, that's the jiggler. That is so cool. Yeah, but I didn't like working in the office because, you know, it's just like I love being out there, being my own boss. I mean, you could imagine, just picture me being the guy that drives people home at Porsche. I'd be great at that job. I mean, I tell them I'd be so good at it because every customer I drive home, I'm telling you, I know how to make that customer so happy. I'd be like, Mr. Miyagi, we know you need to go. I'm going to drop you off at, I don't know, whatever you have over there. I'm going to drop you here, here, here. And I know you want to go to the gentleman's club after that. So we'll stop by there for sure. But you got to, and this is why I used to say, but you got to call my boss and make sure it's okay. I'm going to tell you, he would do it. He would definitely do it, and he would call the boss, and they will do anything. And he would say like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have him drive me home," and the boss would be, but we need him. And no, I will not buy another Porsche unless you do this. Seriously.
I had a customer one time when I was working over there.
Yeah.
And I was taking him home. He's a doctor, cool as hell. He's retired, but he's just stupid rich. It's crazy. It's like, hey, did you eat lunch yet? I was like, oh no, I usually eat a little bit later. He's like, no, let's go. I'll take your lunch right now. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I can't. I gotta drop you off. So I ended up just dropping him off and headed back to work.
Boo.
Yeah. He's like, no, let's go. Come on.
Oh, those guys are cool. He would talk to your boss, no problem.
But I was like, ah.
You're good man, El Nino. Because I would have said, you know what? Yeah, let's go. And I'd say, like, okay, if I would learn to surf like you guys do. And I'd say, you know what, let's hit the waves right now. But you got to do one thing for me. I'll drive you to any place, anywhere, and then just we'll go to whatever beach. But can you call my boss and tell him like like he's a turd that you're hanging out with me today? And you know what? They know exactly what to say. Done it many, many times.
It could be like the CEO in disguise, pretending to
Yeah.
be.
That's true. But
Undercover boss. That'd be funny.
the final meeting, he'll give you like a promotion.
Yeah.
Like, well, you hung out with me the whole day, so
Yeah.
here you get a double salary and promotion.
They will promote you to CEO. You'll be like, hey, we're gonna make you VP of whatever. Because they don't really do anything anyway. They just like shoot the shit, and they're just like, and
Oh
half the meetings, I mean, it's like that I've been in, it's like, what do they talk about? They're more interested in talking about the gossip of stuff. I gotta rebuff you guys.
yeah. The same doctor, I dropped him off another time at a golf course. I think it was a wildlife. He's like, oh, you golf? I was like, I tried it once. It's pretty cool. I said, well, if you ever want to come golf on this course, just call me up and I'll take you to a couple.
Oh man, El Nino, that's the coolest.
Yeah, he was super cool.
Oh, you gotta hang on. Let me put some buffs on you. You gotta learn how to read the signs, El Nino. The signs of cool clients. Yeah, I could spot those cool clients. Like, yep. One client I met at, one of my clients was McKinsey and Company. They're big management consulting. And I had like a lot of the big six, all downtown. So I got one guy, one of the consultants at McKinsey. And one day we're just there, and I got to go into the building, into their office, and then I I said, he said, oh yeah, that's my wife. He had a picture, and I said, oh, is your wife a consultant also? He said, no, 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 no. He told me, he said, let me tell you, the secret is if you want to have a family, you marry a school teacher. And I'm like, what? And he said, yeah. He said, because they do that all the time. If a woman wants a car fixed all the time, she marries an auto mechanic. You know?
That's a good point. Yeah,
It's true, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, like if your woman wants to play Pantheon and she's not good at it, she marries a gamer. But it's true. So he had all this good advice. He was like, yeah, telling me that stuff, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah, those guys are very sharp. They know their stuff.
yeah. He said it doesn't matter what she looks like so much. He said you don't want the best looking one. Get one that's like, and he was telling me, oh, I got to buff myself. He's like, yeah, get one that's really good with kids if you like kids. And he said then your kid's gonna grow up normal. They're not gonna be all dysfunctional. And yeah, it's actually true. So I was talking to one of my students the other night. She's telling me about, oh, there's this girl on their volleyball team that nobody likes. But then she told me the story of, well, they got to hang out a while away from volleyball. And this girl turned out to be the coolest one. She said, have you ever met anybody like that? And I thought, you know what? I actually have. My tech job, the one that I was field engineer, we had this guy, Lebanese guy, and he was dumber than a box of rocks. I mean, you may know the same thing, Brackus, because you work with technicians. So in my whole office, there was maybe like 40 techs out there that covered various areas. This guy, he was the worst. I mean, he was just dumber than a box of rocks. He couldn't do squat. But I learned a big lesson in life from that. Like what really matters. I'm like, how the heck did this guy get hired? And he was like talking about like, oh yeah, like, man, I could do this job and I'll do this job too. We're like, bro, you can't even do your one job. How you gonna do two jobs at the same time? He was that nutty. But then we figured out after a year why he was there. Because that first party was like a Christmas, like a what do like a Christmas end of New Year's party all rolled into one. Oh my God, that guy was the party animal. And then we realized he actually looked. I mean, I forgot to tell you, but he looked like Calvin Klein underwear model, Middle Eastern version. They hired him for his looks. He probably was a model before, male model. He knew how that dude knew how to party and get down. And he knew how to shoot pool. He knew how to dance. So I told you, Brackus, nightclub two-step. I mean, we rented out this big giant sports bar, and we probably put like back then when small companies had 200 people. We put everybody in there, and there was everything. There was a big ballroom and everything. He knew how to do party. He knew how to play darts. He was like the best at all that, shooting pool, everything. And they had this little like they had like a fake casino night type of thing. They put out those board games and like blackjack. He just cleaning up at that and everything. And then when it came time to take the picture, there's a big picture they took. He got to the CEO lady. We called her Ivory Tower. He got to he took the picture. He was standing next to her, and he was just like, maybe he was a gigolo or something like that, but he knew nothing about nothing. But they hired him for his looks and his party ability. Just crazy. But that guy really knew what he was doing. He really knew how to socialize and everything. But man, when it came to doing a job, I mean, he was like dead weight. He knew nothing. But it was kind of funny. He somehow got through it all and was there. I think that was all my most favorite job ever. Yeah, there's so many interesting people.
Did you need the plate chest?
Play chess? No, I'm okay.
Yeah, I got that one last time.
Guess who we got out there? Dion Messiona Peoples. Oh yeah, welcome back, Dion. Good to have the Dion back. Dion was probably listening to our stories. That's right. Brax is telling us a good story. Oh man, this guy's like messing you up.
He's kicking my ass.
Wow. So yeah, good to have Dion there. Maybe Dion learned some tips about the warm-up lunch I talked about earlier. Always good to have if you got those kind of jobs. That's why you want that job, because that's really like you only really working 4 hours a day. Paid for 8.
Money.
That's right, money. I mean, it's not like you get breaks. You remember this place called Photomat?
Mm.
You guys have Photomats in Hawaii? In the parking lot?
No.
Okay, so out here in the mainland, in the old days, they used to have these places called Photomat. This may be like kind of a long time ago. But with the Photomat, it was like just like a stall it's as big as an outhouse, the honey bucket that the guy drops off, when you're crapping that thing. So anyway, that is the worst job ever. I knew somebody that worked there. You want to know why that's the worst job? Take a guess. What?
Smelly?
No. Well, of course, if you fart in there, there's no escape from it. If you take a break, the only way you take a break is you got to duck down.
Oh,
You're in there, you got to put your duck down and crouch down. That's how you don't get out of that thing until they unlock it. That's what it is, yeah. You don't want to, but they got rid of Florida mats. They were found to be inhumane.
Speaking of honey trucks, I used to work
Yeah.
at the airport.
Yeah?
Uh, it's like a flight services company. You know, we clean the planes, do the whole honey thing, and unload the cargo and whatnot.
Yeah?
This one plane where the sewer, the shit comes out was
Yeah.
frozen. We couldn't uncap it to drain the toilet, so we're like, what the hell? We didn't know what to do, so I had to grab a freaking hammer and cover my face and trying to break the ice.
Whoa.
One swing and I ran because that thing just came out.
Oh my God.
That was not fun.
You know what I would have done? Just
What?
throw more toilet paper in there and say, you know what? It's no problem. There's nothing wrong with it at all. They're just, see, it's white toilet paper. Ain't no problem.
It's pretty fun driving that thing though, but just doing the business, no way.
Yeah. You know, we had a guy here on the stream. Oh, Kaz. Not Kaz. He was the other guy. He played EverQuest. And he was in Minnesota working there doing the same thing, you know, the anal cleaner, he called it or whatever. He did the same thing like flight services and stuff. He said that is the worst thing to do is to clean that thing out.
Yeah, not lying.
But he never gave us any advice like to just plug it with more toilet paper.